I think you can't define love.
I have no idea. I can't define that.
I'm not really a relationship type person.
I met her when I was 6.
I'm over that crap.
Fed me a whole bunch of the usual bullshit.
I don't think it's appreciated as much as it should be.
Men and relationships.
Everybody always has ideas or thoughts about somebody else.
I don't really think there's such a thing as a perfect relationship.
I'm a bitch because I don't have time to waste on things that I know aren't gonna work out.
Things are weird, it's hard. I wouldn't recommend it because I don't think it's gonna work out.
I believe in chemistry and karma.
Relationships suck. They pretty much just end with people getting hurt.
Most of the guys here are complete losers, and I don't really know why they think they should have sex after the first couple of dates. Like, they should think that they need to work a little bit harder.
I'm kind of just more into fucking random people now.
That's the biggest downside of love is, wondering what else is out there. Perfect relationship would be somebody who, first of all, completely respects why I do the things I do, and they're okay with me being me all the time. They like me, they know everything about me, and vice versa. It's got to be a mutual thing, a complete understanding that the person you're with is going to do something, and whether you like it or not, it's okay because that's them, and it should be okay.
I'm pretty much used to being really good to someone and then having them treat me like shit and end up cheating on me or leaving me 3 times. So I don't really think there's such a thing as a perfect relationship.
There's one person more than anybody else that I'm definitely in love with and will always be in love with, because no matter what she does, she's always there.
I'm kind of just more into fucking random people now rather than the whole saying I love you and going out and buying them flowers shit. I'm over that crap.
Honestly, I think love changes from day to day, and with every relationship, I think you can't define love. You feel it and you know when it's there. But I think it happens at different times in different ways. Love, I guess, is a desire to constantly feel love. So you just search for the best in somebody and you always see it. It's always there if you're in love. I don't know. That's a really hard question because, I don't know, I feel it, but I can't explain it.
I was in a relationship for 9 months. Prior to that, I was with the same girl. She cheated on me. I broke up with her. Prior to that, she broke up with me 2 times. So it was pretty much just me being a sap and just taking her back because I was in love with her.
It was a scientific study that was done on love and the mind and body and chemicals and science and all this stuff, and I'm kind of a science person. It categorized love into 2 different categories, and one was passionate love and one was companionship love. The main problem with America today is that they don't understand the 2 different categories of love.
Upsides of love are feeling like there's always something worth waiting for at the end of the day. I mean, when I was in love with Emily, like, I could go to work and all day long I had one thing to look forward to, and that was seeing her, and that's definitely an upside of love, is having that one person that just makes your day, makes everything else okay, no matter how bad of a day you had. Just the little things about them that they do that, the time you spend with them is just precious and you love every moment of it. That's probably love in my eyes, just the little things that are really great.
Like Romeo and Juliet style, you fall into this passionate love and everything's great for 2 months, and during this time there's a chemical being released into your brain called dopamine, and it's basically a high all the time. You feel like you're invincible, you can do anything you want, and that's where that feeling comes from when you're in love.
Not right now, no way. Who knows what could happen in the future, but I definitely wouldn't take her back now. She wants me back now, and I won't take her back.
This girl, Jackie, we basically met over Andy's Mints, and she had been in my class, but she was really shy, and we never really talked or anything. Our teacher had Andy's Mints, and I looked across the table at her, and she looked at me at the same time. We're just oh, that's so gross. I hate Andy's Mints, we just took them and threw them out, and then we just talked after that, and our first conversation was about Andy's Mints. I can't go day, where when I see an Andy Mint, and it's Jackie, I love that girl because it's so attached. It's funny.
No,
from the first time she opened her mouth and I heard her voice, and she had the sweetest, honest voice. It was just like her insides came out when she spoke. Like I knew I needed to know this girl, and she was something special. She's gonna be a part of my life.
After a while, the dopamine stops being produced, and a new chemical needs to be produced in order for the relationship to last longer. And I don't remember the name of the chemical, but your body doesn't just produce it, it has to be aided, and things that aid it are like when you talk to your partner, sex aids it, stuff like that, spending time together. And that chemical, when you produce that, that's what companionship love comes from. Most people in America, they're expecting the dopamine, you know, the high to last forever, and it never does, and that's why love fails in most cases, because people can't compromise and work on the next stage of love.
Cheers, darling. I got years to wait around for you. Cheers.
Yeah, there's been times where she's been able to catch me off guard. Yeah, I guess it's very rare.
I'm a bitch because I don't have time to waste on things that I know aren't gonna work out. I believe in chemistry and karma. So, you know, you can give someone a chance, but if you don't really click with them the first couple times you hang out, you can't forge something out of nothing, really. You can't make yourself fall in love with somebody who you know, didn't.
She was about to graduate from high school, and I still had another year left. I guess I was in love with her too at the time, and she was just afraid that being in college she was going to miss out on stuff if she was in a relationship that was already so strong, and she didn't want to be stuck with one person for so long. She wanted to be able to see what else was out there, and, you know, fed me a whole bunch of the usual bullshit. Things could change in a couple years. Maybe we'll end up together later, and I wasn't having that, so we just broke up.
We had a damn good 9 months. That was the best time of my life. But there were a lot of times when it wasn't very healthy. It was off and on a lot.
And I'm not saying it's all about, like, love at first sight or whatever, but I think that most love comes from friendship. If I'm not even friends with a person before I, you know, start hanging out with them, it usually isn't going to work out for me because I don't really get to know them well enough before it gets down to the, you know, dirty part of it.
It's definitely harder, especially once you tell somebody you're in love with them and they tell you the same thing, and that kind of builds that bond. It's like, I almost think it's like a obligation or like a restriction on something. Like if we were just friends and then I left, you know, say to come to school or whatever, and they were still going to be miles away. Well, if we were just friends, you know, it's one thing to make a friendship work. It's another if you're in love with somebody, and I think that it's harder, much harder to walk away from somebody that you're in love with. It's not easy at all.
I was instantly attracted to her, but we didn't really become good friends until the summer before 11th grade. So we talked on the worldwide intranet a whole lot, flirted a little bit, and then I had no idea that she was even into me. So she kind of gave me a hint one time, and I went with it. We went out a few times, and then we started a relationship.
Basically just, you know, time. You really have to be able to be around people, that person, for extended amounts of time. You have to want to be around them. It's not like you shouldn't have to feel like you're putting a lot of effort in. And if I'm with somebody and I feel like I'm like, oh, I have to go hang out with that person to keep this relationship going, you know, there's not really any point in that. Like, it's kind of dumb. And time really is something that I don't have, and it's something that most college students don't have, and that's probably why most college students just go and have sex with random people and don't do anything about it, because really that's all they have time for. Nobody has time for relationships.
She would write things for me a lot because I used to write songs for her, and she used to write little quips back for me, and I really enjoyed that when they came at random points in our relationship.
I mean, everybody always has ideas or thoughts about somebody else, or, you know, what if this isn't the person, or what if this isn't the best relationship I could be in right now, and what are my options out there besides this? And that's the biggest downside of love, is, you know, wondering what else is out there. I think
Relationships suck.
I don't have time.
Fucking random people now.
Friendship.
Relationship.
Passionate love.
I wasn't having that.
Companionship love.
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 Do I still believe in love?
Change your heart.
Yes.
Look around you.